Hello, this is Larry from WowPow Blog. Today we're going to review Sony's latest Z computer. This is the 13-inch Z, probably Sony's fastest notebook they've ever introduced. This comes with an Intel Core i7, and I'm going to open it up. I'll give you the specs, which will be running along the side here. You can see they've changed it in all-paper box to, for recycling purposes, so they're going green. Let's take a look in here. This is just for the manuals. There's really nothing in here but a recovery disk and documentation. And I want to thank Connix.net for loaning me the computer for testing. We'll take a look at the computer itself here. It comes with a nice fabric case. We'll take a look at the computer really quick. Ooh, it's a beauty. 13-inch Intel Core i7 quad SSD. We're going to have two models. This one is the hard disk model, but we're going to run our performance tests on the RAID 0 quad SSD, which is going to be super fast. Apparently probably one of the fastest notebooks you can buy. Take a look. Very beautiful construction. I think it's a lot prettier than the previous Z model. Feels very solid and lightweight. This thing probably weighs about 3 pounds. Comes in at 1.43 kilos, so just a little over 3 pounds. For this much power, it's amazing. Let's see what else we've got. I'll go over the computer later. And then here we've got just the power supply and the cord. Power supply is like all computer power supplies. Is this Sony power supply is a 19.5 volt, good from 100 to 240 volts, so it'll work anywhere in the world. Just need to change your plug shape adapter. Okay, let's take a quick look at the computer itself. Again, we're going to have two models. I'll just do a quick overview of this one. This is a hard drive model. This comes with a 500 gigabyte hard drive. Comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM as well. So DDR3. And again, you'll get the quick specs for this computer and then the performance running down the side here. Quick note, take a look. Again, this is the English keyboard one. Silver brushed aluminum finish. You can get two finishes. You can get black or white. You can choose those on, or black or silver. Connix, you can choose that at Connix.net. One interesting note, you have an auto mode, because this Sony has included two GPUs, two graphics cards. You can get a standard. It comes with a standard Intel as well as a NVIDIA GeForce, which the GeForce one has its own gigabyte of dedicated RAM. If you take a look here, you can choose. You have what's called a dynamic hybrid graphic system. Basically, the computer will switch automatically between GPUs. So if you want speed, it'll just keep you at the NVIDIA, and so you can use that for gaming. And you can do any serious gaming with this computer, Crysis or Modern Warfare 2. This will handle it no problem. Or if you need stamina, it'll switch you over to the Intel GPU, which is great for, office and that kind of standard, business applications. Or you just keep it to automatic and it'll switch you automatically, which is probably the best place to keep it most of the time. Take a look at the front again. We have a few other things. We have the Sony Vaio Assist button, which brings up the help menu. Here is great because this computer comes with two types of screens. We have the best kind of screen, which is a full HD screen. That's 1920 by 1080. So, I mean, this is a full HD screen on a 13-inch computer, which is just simply amazing. The graphics are beautiful on this computer. The most stunning I've seen on a 13-inch notebook. Here you have this takes you right to the Vaio website, or the Vaio button, and here you have a programmable button. Let's take a look at while this thing powers up, I'll just give you a quick, one other thing I forgot to show you is it comes also with a Motion Eye web camera. And then let's take a look at the computer itself. As you can see, the screen is super thin, bright and beautiful, but here you can see it's super thin. Here's your power supply, plugs in there, vents for cooling. You've got your Gigabit LAN, HDMI out, and then 2 USBs, as well as your 34 ExpressCard slot right here. Then we'll go to the front. Well, I try to put that back in. Okay, take a look at the front. You've got your SD card and your Sony Magic Gate MD cards. I can't remember because nobody uses them anymore. Here's your wireless. This turns off all your wireless, your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi. This also has a built-in 3G card, a Gobi Trotter, but it's not unlocked, so I'm not going to unlock it here. Then we have our headphones and mic. And then normally, you'd have your Blu-ray here, or you can get it without a Blu-ray. This model we have now doesn't have a Blu-ray built in. But the other model we're going to do the performance test. We'll show you. We'll have the Blu-ray. This is also another USB, and then you have your 15-pin analog. Turning it over, you can see that there's actually 8 gigs of RAM in here. And then we have our battery. It's very standard. I'll hide that from you. And then just standard. Nothing special about this one. Battery life on this computer is pretty impressive. You get I think it's about 7 hours. So, but again, just check the side. I'll double check that before I put the video here. So, okay, let's go get this thing started up again. It's pretty fun. Again, this performance on this computer is amazing. It's about as fast as any desktop I've ever used. So, I can't wait to get my hands on the quad. Oh, and let me get it to full brightness so you can just get an idea. There you go. Now we get full brightness. So, okay, this is kind of nice. This button here. If you have 2 applications open, it'll put one application on one side and one on the other. So we have this screen split button. If we hit this button here, it splits it. So we get our application on one side and our browser on the other. So it's really handy. When your desktop gets cluttered, and then you can just hit it again and it goes back to where you were. So a really handy little button to have for productivity, especially on a screen this wide and high definition. It really is handy. You get full screen. You can use a whole screen with 2 applications open. As you can see, this comes with a Intel Core i7 M62 2.66 gigahertz Core i7 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM. This has Windows 7 64-bit running on it, so it can access all the RAM. So again, extremely fast. Anyway, this is just a quick overview. I'll give you more information when we do the performance test. And thank you for watching.